This is the AkronNewsNow update. I'm Lindsay McCoy. A third suspect is arrested and 2 other men are indicted in the death of Kent State student Christopher Kernich. Now, KentNewsNet.com reports that the Portage County Grand Jury indicted 21-year-old Adrian Barker and 20-year-old Ronald Kelly, both of Akron, for murder in connection with his death. The Record Courier now reports 21-year-old Glenn Jefferson Jr., the third suspect, is now behind bars. He's charged with 2 felony counts of obstructing justice on the grounds that his actions aided in the murder. Kernich died from his injuries he suffered during an off-campus assault on November 21st. Well, after a short rally near the county courthouse, a group of 76 people opposing the planned sheriff deputy layoffs marched across Main Street and filled the Summit County Council chambers. Sheriff Drew Alexander talked about the 2010 budget requests as a part of an ongoing process involving all county agencies. Alexander announced that about 34 deputies will have to be laid off to close a nearly $2 million budget gap in 2010. Both Akron City Council and Summit County Council have passed anti-discrimination laws aimed at protecting people by sexual preference and gender identity, but the laws are not identical, and you can read more about this story on AkronNewsNow.com. Well, Akron police have a new chief heading up the department. Akron News Now's Tina Kaufman has more.
I, Augustus Anthony Hall, do solemnly pledge.
A teary-eyed Gus Hall thanked his family and best friend Craig Gilbride for their support throughout the years.
He was my first partner. We've laughed together. We cried together. We watched each other's children grow up.
Hall has a few things in mind as the department's current leader.
I think we need to try to maintain the services that we have with less money in today's economy.
Mayor Plasquelic, on the other hand, didn't have much to say about finding a permanent chief.
When we have that announcement or talk about it, we'll let you know. It's not appropriate today. It's a new provisional chief. We need leadership in the police department. Gilbride did a good job, and we will start that search when it's appropriate. It is going to be a national search.
Tina Kaufman, Akron News Now.
A triple murderer's appeal is rejected by the U.S. Supreme Court. The Columbus Dispatch reports that convicted murderer James Trimble of Brimfield Township was sentenced to death in 2005 for the killings of his living girlfriend and her son and a KSU student who was held hostage before he shot her. Trimble still has the opportunity to file post-conviction appeals of his death sentence in federal court. The owners of a local eatery are reopening their establishment that burned down earlier this year after 65 years in business. Today, Duffy's Restaurant and Grill at 231 Darrow Road will start serving its customers again. An Akron auto dealership that has been in business for 81 years will soon be closing after losing its General Motors franchise. The Beacon Journal reports Fred Martin Chevrolet off of East Market Street received a notice from GM last week that stated that December 18th was its last day in operation. And it's lights out for one of Ohio's largest annual holiday light displays. Blaming economic factors, organizers of the light show through the Blossom Music Center in Cuyahoga Falls have pulled the plug on the arrangements.
Many neighborhoods are already illuminating the dark skies with glowing Christmas lights. Giant inflatable Santas and snowmen also dot dozens of front yards. But the Grinch has landed at Blossom Music Center this year. The drive-through holiday light display, which featured more than 2 million lights along a 2-mile course in years past, has been unplugged. Officials blame the event's cancellation on economic factors and slipping attendance, and it sounds like there are no plans to bring it back in the future. Ryan Haydett, Akron News Now.
After his nearly nude photos appeared online, many were talking about Indians center fielder Grady Sizemore on Monday. While an investigation into how these photos were posted to several sites is launched, 2 local experts on the topic of sending suggestive photos sounded off on the 1590 WAKR Ray Horner Morning Show Tuesday. Summit County Juvenile Court Judge Linda Teodosio talked about the ramifications
even though
of
they are an adult
participating
to
in
a
such
minor.
acts.
Then you also get into the problem in sharing that kind of photograph with the minor and some ramifications for the adult in that area as well. But in any event, a child sending a picture of themselves, a friend, someone else out over the Internet via cell phone or other electronic means can really cause them a great deal of problems.
As we take a look at our forecast outside, no snow showers just yet, but get ready, they're on the way. A high of 46 degrees today, 31's our low, clear skies into the afternoon hours. Wednesday, the rain showers arrived, a high of 50 degrees, but then it cools down Thursday and Friday. Highs only in the 30s, with snow showers likely both days. Saturday clears up, a high of 32 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Continue to follow AkronNewsNow.com for the latest local news for news online, on demand, now. For Akron News Now, I'm Lindsay McCoy.
Affected in such a way as to severely reduce the ability of the